Hey there, welcome to Quiz Time. I'm your quiz master, Sean, and I've got 100 questions for you. General knowledge, stuff, history, art, science, war, you name it. Let's strap in our brains, let's keep our synapses running smoothly, and let's have a little fun. A diamond is the traditional birthstone of which month? April, February, or September? A diamond is the birthstone of April. Who starred as Scarlett in the 1938 film Gone with the Wind? Katharine Hepburn, Vivian Leigh, or Rita Hayworth? It was Vivian Leigh. Which is the longest river in China? The Mekong River, the Irtysh River, or the Yangtze River? The longest river in China is the Yangtze River. Which below species of penguin is the largest? The Gentoo penguin, the emperor penguin, or the king penguin? The largest species of penguin is the emperor penguin. Which of these noble ranks is the highest? The Viscount, the Marquis, or the Earl? The highest ranking is the Marquis. In ancient Rome, it was considered treason to wear which color if you were not an emperor? Purple, red, or green? The color was purple. Don't wear purple. Which birds are generally associated with the Tower of London? Rooks, ravens, or crows? And those would be ravens. Which country has the highest population in Africa? Kenya, Ethiopia, or Nigeria? The most populated country in Africa? Nigeria. What was H.G. Wells' full name? Herbert George Wells, Henry Gilbert Wells, or Harold Grant Wells? His full name was Herbert George Wells. For which movie did John Wayne win his only Oscar? John Wayne won an Oscar for True Grit. Hepatitis is a condition affecting which part of the body? Hepatitis affects the liver. Prior to their marriage, what relation was Prince Albert to Queen Victoria? Were they second cousins, first cousins, or third cousins? They were first cousins. Which surname was used as a pen name for all the Bronte sisters? Brown, Bell, or Booth? They used the surname Bell. Raphael and Michelangelo are famous artists from which country? Are they from Norway, France, or Italy? They're all from Italy. Which mythical creature was half man, half horse? The Cyclops, the Centaur, or the Minotaur? The centaur was half man, half horse. What does a koala bear usually eat? Eucalyptus, bamboo, or chestnuts? Koala bears usually eat eucalyptus. The Black Prince was the eldest son of which king? Edward I, Henry V, or Edward III? The Black Prince was Edward III. Which musical features a song I Dreamed a Dream? Is that from Rent, Wicked, or Les Miserables? That's from Les Mis. Which of these animals does not appear in the Chinese zodiac? The rooster, the lion, or the horse? The lion does not appear in the Chinese zodiac. Who played Cruella de Vil in the 1996 movie 101 Dalmatians? Jessica Lange, Angelica Houston, or Glenn Close? And that would be Glenn Close. How old was Edward VI when he died in the year 1553? Was he 19, 15, or 13? He was 15 when he died. In which below U.S. state would you find the San Andreas Fault? Is that in California, Arizona, or Nevada? The San Andreas Fault is in California. How many incisor teeth do adult humans have? 4, 6, or 8 incisors? Humans have 8 incisor teeth. Which planet is named after the Roman god of agriculture? Mercury, Mars, or Saturn? The Roman god of agriculture, Saturn. Which type of fish is a sockeye? Is that a tuna, a salmon, or a trout? A sockeye is salmon. True or false? The Taj Mahal is located in the Indian city of Agra. That is true. On how many hills was Rome said to have been built? 10 hills, 8 hills, or 7 hills? Rome is said to have been built on 7 hills. Which Canadian city hosted the 1976 Summer Olympics? Ottawa, Montreal, or Toronto? The 76 Summer Olympics were held in Montreal. In which country is the Matterhorn? Is that in Denmark, Austria, or Switzerland? The Matterhorn. That is located in Switzerland. Which part of the body would you find the pons varolii in? The stomach, the brain, or the heart? You would find that in the brain. Charles Dickens and Jane Austen were both born in which English county? Hampshire, Sussex, or Oxfordshire? They were all born in Hampshire. Who was U.S. President at the end of World War I? Woodrow Wilson, Calvin Coolidge, or William Howard Taft? At the end of World War I, the president was Woodrow Wilson. Who was the last king of the Plantagenet dynasty? Henry VI, Richard III, or Edward IV? It was Richard III. What color is worn for funerals in Egypt? Blue, white, or yellow? And you wear yellow to funerals in Egypt. Which state is known as the Pine Tree State? Is that Maine, Wisconsin, or Colorado? The Pine Tree State is Maine. Which vitamin plays an important role in the clotting of blood? Vitamin A, vitamin D, or vitamin K? And that would be vitamin K. Which planet in our solar system has a moon named Oberon? Mars, Saturn, or Uranus? The moon Oberon revolves around Uranus. What did Alfred Nobel invent? Did he invent the light bulb, dynamite, or the metal detector? Alfred Nobel invented dynamite. Which famous children's character was created by Carlo Collodi? Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan, or Pinocchio? He created Pinocchio. The legendary jean company Levi's was founded by creator Levi who? Levi Strauss, Levi Strauss, or Levi Strauss? It was Levi Strauss. Which author claimed to fame quickly with his book Carrie? Dean Koontz, Charles Dickens, or Stephen King? And that would be Stephen King. When did Edmund Hillary die? January 9th, 2008, January 11th, 2008, or January 10th, 2008? Edmund Hillary died on January 11th, 2008. In which year did Germany declare war on Russia and France? 1914, 1917, or 1916? And that year was 1914. With which sport is the Jules Rimet Trophy associated? Hockey, basketball, or football? And that would be football. And for you Americans, that would be soccer. What is the capital of Mali? Accra, Lagos, or Bamako? Bamako. The capital of Mali. That would be Bamako. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have? 19, 27, or 10? There are currently 27 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. Which is the ruling house of Sweden? Is it the Bernadotte, the Gustav, or the Svensson? The ruling house of Sweden. It is the House of Bernadotte. What makes Antarctica's blood falls red? Bauxite deposits, acid rain, or oxidized salty water? They're red because of oxidized salty water. What is Harry Houdini's real name? Bert Smith, Eric Weiss, or Jesse Mullins? Harry Houdini's real name is Eric Weiss. Which games are the British royal family not allowed to play? Charades, Stratego, or Monopoly? What game can the British royal family not play? They're not allowed to play Monopoly. Who from the below founded the U.S. city of Miami? Julia Tuttle, Rosa Miami, or Henry Flagler? Miami was founded by Julia Tuttle. In Greek mythology, who is noted the goddess of wisdom and warfare? Hera, Athena, or Aphrodite? Athena is the goddess of wisdom and warfare. Who painted the infamous artwork Guernica? Pablo Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, or Salvador Dali? And that was painted by Pablo Picasso. In which country does the show Eurostar end? Monaco, Romania, or Belgium? It ends in Belgium. Who is the author of the play The Importance of Being Earnest? Henrik Ibsen, Arthur Miller, or Oscar Wilde? And that would be Oscar Wilde. The football team Juventus comes from which Italian city? Turin, Terni, or Padua? Juventus comes from Turin. Which American poet wrote the poem The Wasteland? Walt Whitman, T.S. Eliot, or E.E. Cummings? The Wasteland was written by T.S. Eliot. What is the capital city of New Zealand? Is it Auckland, Nelson, or Wellington? The capital city of New Zealand is Wellington. Who is the author of the Canterbury Tales? William Wordsworth, William Blake, or Geoffrey Chaucer? The author of the Canterbury Tales is Geoffrey Chaucer. What is the chemical symbol for calcium? Ca, Cu, or Cl? The chemical symbol for calcium is Ca. Which country has the most islands? The Philippines, Sweden, or Finland? Sweden has the most islands. Who painted the famous artwork The Birth of Venus? Rene Magritte, Andy Warhol, or Sandro Botticelli? And that would be Sandro Botticelli. Which below composer wrote the famous composition Ode to Joy? Beethoven, Mozart, or Wagner? Ode to Joy was written by Beethoven. Which technology company, founded in 1993, visioned that the next wave of computing would be graphics-based? Intel, Nvidia, or Cisco? And that was Nvidia. What was Daniel Powter's two-word smash hit? Bad Day, Free Loop, or Fly Away? That was Bad Day. The capital cities of Vienna and Budapest all lie along what river? The Amazon, the Danube, or the Yenisei? They lie along the Danube. Name the 2 months of the year that are named for mortal men. July and August. Who is the only singer to win the Grammy Awards for Album, Record, and Song of the Year twice? Alison Krauss, Beyoncé, or Adele? That distinction goes to Adele. What highly sought-after item was created under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto? Ripple, Bitcoin, or Litecoin? And that would be Bitcoin. What classic literary villain shares his name with a sidekick in the film Aladdin? Lago, Abu, or Jafar? And that would be Lago. El Prat Airport is located in which city on the Mediterranean Sea? Marseille, Barcelona, or Venice? El Prat is located in Barcelona. What Chicago-based improv theater group served as a career springboard for Steve Carell? The Annoyance, I.O. Chicago, or Second City? It was Second City. Nathan Detroit is a gambling boss in which classic 1950s Broadway musical? Guys and Dolls, The Pajama Game, or Happy as Harry? It's Guys and Dolls. In what country was Haagen-Dazs ice cream developed? Belize, Germany, or the United States? Haagen-Dazs was developed in the United States. The flying pigeon has been state-owned since the 20th century by what country? China, Austria, or Russia? And that would be China. After Chicago, which is the most populous U.S. city in the Central Time Zone? New Orleans, Dallas, or Houston? And that would be Houston. Ignoring the stem, how many points does the maple leaf on the Canadian flag have? 8 points, 13 points, or 11 points? It has 11 points. James Dean wore a cowboy hat and got slathered in oil in what epic 1956 film? Elvis, Giant, or Finding Jack? He wore that in Giant. Commonly known today as a hashtag, what is a technical term for this symbol? An ordnung, an octothorpe, or an onovati? The hashtag is an octothorpe. What is the hottest chili in the world? The Moruga scorpion, Carolina reaper, or the Naga viper? The hottest chili in the world is the Carolina reaper. What is Lizzo's real name? Melissa Vivian Jefferson, Catherine Elizabeth Hudson, or Onika Maraj Petty? Her real name is Melissa Vivian Jefferson. What is Prime Minister Boris Johnson's full name? Alexander Boris de Truffle Johnson, Alexander Boris de Waffle Johnson, or Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson? His real name is Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson. What is the capital of Ukraine? Kiev, Minsk, or Belarus? The capital of Ukraine is Kiev. What do Scottish people call New Year's Eve? Pigmahoke, Choppaton, or Hogmanay? Scottish people call New Year's Eve Hogmanay. From 1919 to 1933, the Weimar Republic was a government of what nation? Ukraine, Germany, or France? The Weimar Republic was the government of Germany. True or false? The tiller of a sailboat moves the hull. Is that true or is that false? That is false. The tiller moves the rudder. Seismology is a study of what? Earthquakes, clouds, or extinct animals? Seismology is the study of earthquakes. What body of water did the Romans call Mare Nostrum? The Black Sea, the Irish Sea, or the Mediterranean Sea? Mare Nostrum was the Mediterranean Sea. Which fantasy hero are you likely to find in Diagon Alley? Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, or Tris Pryor? You would find Harry Potter. Which of these authors created Chulu and Yog Sothoth? H.P. Lovecraft, U.B. Cave, or Aphra Behn? That would be H.P. Lovecraft. Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie co-created which operating system? Debian, Windows, or Unix? They co-created Unix. Which of these authors wrote The Red Badge of Courage? Ernest Hemingway, Stephen Crane, or E.B. White? And that would be Stephen Crane. Which of these Golden Age actresses was also an inventor in 1942? Hedy Lamarr, Theda Bara, or Jean Tierney? And that would be Hedy Lamarr. What religion gave us the concept of nirvana? Jainism, Judaism, or Buddhism? Nirvana is the concept of Buddhism. What was Lot's wife turned into in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah? Salt, ashes, or marble? Lot's wife turned into salt. If you were to combine words meaning the day before and to cease work, you'd find yourself at which notable world landmark? You'd find yourself at Everest, Eve, and rest. Which composer is known for his Moonlight Sonata? Schubert, Mozart, or Beethoven? The Moonlight Sonata was composed by Beethoven. And now question 100. In the context of computer programming, what does SQL stand for? Simple query language, structured query language, or standard query language? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. And we've come to the end of the quiz. Thank you for playing. Drop your score in the comments, please. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any quiz times when they come out. And they do come out often. Hey, thanks for playing, and we'll catch you in the next one.